everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Ayutthaya, and we're not too far away from the former Grand Palace and Wat Rakang and a few of the other important ruins here in this UNESCO World Heritage Site. Where we are is we're at Wat Wora Pho, and right over here behind me is the Klong Toh canal, and it was kind of a main thoroughfare back when this was Ayutthaya. And what this temple is all about, nobody really knows when it was built. The translation means like the temple of the Bodhi tree or the Po tree, because they changed the name to that after it was named Wat Rakang originally, and they brought in a Po tree from Sri Lanka or Ceylon back in the day. Anyway, this is probably early 1600s or so, because there was a Thai king here, King Song Tham, or Ayutthaya king, that reigned Ayutthaya from like 1620 to 1628 or so. But he was a famous monk here at this temple. And his name whenever he was a monk was Phra Si Sin. So anyway, they probably built it before his reign, and then it was abandoned along with everything else with the fall of Ayutthaya whenever the Burmese came in here and sacked the city. So anyway, there's kind of a pyramid style chedi here in the middle that has an entrance you can climb up on it, and a few other buildings. So let's walk through here and let's see what we see today. This is this area here. So the canal is right here. The Grand Palace is right on the other side of that road. And Wat Rakang, Wat Ram, all of those are up here on this part of the city island. This is the outer part, or the cloister around this chedi. There used to be a cloister here where they would have Buddha images all around, and you could circle the chedi. So we got a couple of the young monks that are over here doing some stuff. And then we have some of the more temple buildings over here. And you can see the base of some other parts of this temple. This was probably the outer wall that's all gone now. There's some housing, stuff like that around here. And then check out this seated Buddha here that was in this hall. So this looks like it might have been an ordination hall or an ubasot. They would have had the Buddha stones here. It would have had a little porch on the front, and then two entrances, and then you would have had the Buddha image there. And you can see how they would have constructed the columns. They would have been octagonal shape, which this would have probably been late Ayutthaya. They say this temple was restored in the 1830s, along with many other ones by King Borommakot. He restored a bunch of temples. He kind of was important for Thai Buddhism, because he reinvigorated the religion here in the country. So this building would have had the outer wall and then the columns to support the roof. And then you can see the Buddha image here. It's kind of flaking off, has a little tree growing right there out of the hair rolls. And then they have the angels and all of those sitting here. And then you can see the pedestal. So this would have been all decorated up with like the little glass and all of that, and made it look really, really nice. Now there's the Temple of the Reclining Buddha and Wat Worachet over there, which is the burial site of King Naresuan. That's kind of, there's three temples in this area. So you can see the old sandstone Buddha stone right there. And that looks like maybe a chedi, and there's just a tree growing right in the middle now. Yeah, this is a different looking structure here. It's kind of a cool chedi that has an octagonal base. You can see the stairs are kind of coming apart from the main part of the building. And they used large bricks in the base of that. Those 8-hole bricks that they took much longer to fire. So you can see they had a little stairwell here also. Let's climb up this. And so there's a little walkway. And then this chedi is kind of leaning, and it's missing the top. And they've wrapped it with the gold cloth. But it's kind of cool though. So you can see the temple chedi here, or the pyramid style, which is very different compared to what you normally see here in Ayutthaya. And then over there, that's the burial grounds of King Narasawan. And then past those trees is the huge reclining Buddha that's outdoors. You can see some of the guys over here in hammocks, and then just kind of the area. Oh, and that's kind of cool with the seated Buddha out here in this hall. Yeah, you can see the size of those bricks. That's much bigger than what you normally see. The ones up here on the top, like right there, and these over here are much more common. Kind of interesting, to me anyway. So you can see how they shaped all these bricks to make it kind of into the pattern it's in. So this is the cloister. This would have surrounded the huge chedi. And we'll climb up those stairs. You can climb up this side, and there would have been a Buddha footprint inside of there for the Buddha footprint cult. And you can see this would have been columns that would have went up, and this would have been a covered gallery, and it would have been open probably on the inside where you could see the chedi. You could see just the amount of bricks they would have used on the wall alone. And there would have been seated images all along in here. You could see just a little bit of the base of one of them over there. Yeah, really cool. All right, let's climb up this huge pyramid and kind of see what it looks like inside. You can see the size of the bricks they used down at the base also, and then the smaller ones for different layers. Quite interesting. They'd have done all these different redented corners. I don't know how many there are, but probably like 12 on each side. That's kind of a common number that they would have used. I don't know exactly for sure though. You can see them here also. All right, let's go up these stairs and let's look in this little cubby. Now the top is missing. This would have been much larger than it is now. And the stairs are nice and safe, have a safety guardrail on it in case you fall off. And this is up top. So you can see there would have been more to this chedi up top here. And I believe they would have had the Buddha footprint right inside of here, but there's nothing but tree branches now. And they would have had, all this would have been plastered. That would have been quite cool. You'd have came in here. Now you just can climb up here and kind of look around. Yeah, really nice. That's that little bell-shaped chedi over there and that seated Buddha. And they've had more buildings over there, but they're all gone now. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The other ones are just kind of faux stairways. They don't go to anything. The chamber is only accessed from, I think this is like the north side over here. I got this big, huge tree growing now. You can see the tree roots that are taken over. And then each of these little bases would have been a seated Buddha. And then they would have had a covered walkway all the way around. And you can see the chest of it. And you see where they notched? So they would have had another piece that they would have put for the head. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, this stairwell just goes up to a couple little openings, but it doesn't go into the main part. And then they have another piece of sandstone here for something. And then you can see this tree is taken over also. Yeah, really nice. Okay, let's look at this building over here. That'll be the last part of the temple. Yeah, you can see how this one was made also. So it has the hole notched right there and then a hole here for his hand. It would have probably been in that dispelling fear where it has the hand out. That would have probably been the pose it was in. It's kind of cool with that red sandstone. Or here's what's left of a chedi. All the pieces of plaster. There was another chedi over there. Several of them all through here. And it looks like some of the sandstone Buddha images are right there. All right, let's climb up here. This is really, really high. This must have flooded with that canal being right here. I'm sure it was built up high to get it out of the flood waters. This is the hall over here. Yeah, it was built way, way up high. There would have been, this whole platform would have had chedis, and then it would have had this hall up here. So this would have been the Wehan, because that other side had the ordination hall. And these columns here were octagonal. And they would have had a Buddha image right there. And there were several chedis out here. And then a hole for maybe like a well or something, I don't know. And then a small chedi over there. Yeah, you can see how these columns would have been an octagon. And it would have had the Buddha image sitting right here. And then this would have been the back door. And you can see how much plaster they had on this. That's 4 inches thick right there. The whole outside of it would have been plastered and whitewashed. Looks like I got some ladies out here taking some pictures. And a tall, narrow bell-shaped chedi there. This might have been the Buddha footprint. Instead of being up there at the top, this might be it. It's hard to say. Kind of looks maybe like it is, but it's not elongated. It's just kind of round. That's interesting enough. You can see a little bit more of the styling around the base of this hall. Yeah, this was a large temple. Would have been important for its proximity to the Grand Palace and several of the other important temples around here, especially Wat Phet, which was the royal temple. So here's a chedi, and then here are the pieces of the Buddhas that are left. You see the legs right there. This is like a torso, and some of the other various pieces. Not a whole lot to see now. Yeah, you can see the legs right there, and then you can see the arms that were carved. Oh, I see what this is. This was a standing image. So that's the head up there, and then his feet were down here. Huh, that's cool. And then another little leaning chedi right here. And you can see the whole site. There's a tuk-tuk over there. This looks like somebody got dropped off. And then there's that pyramid temple, or chedi, and all the other ones all around with the cloister. And then this part of it over here that's built up really, really high. Yeah, small site, but kind of interesting to come over here and climb around on. Well, that'll finish up our video over here at this Wat Wora Pho. It was used to be called Wat Rakang, which meant Temple of the Bell, but they changed the name of it whenever they brought a po tree in here from Sri Lanka. Anyway, this is a nice enough site. The chedi itself is different than what's normally constructed here. So it's cool to come over here, climb up on it, walk around, see the other buildings and stuff like that. It's in a cool area, so you can combine this with visits to the other temples around here and Wat Phet and all of that. So I'd say if you're over here, come check out the reclining Buddha, walk over here to this one, climb around and see everything, and kind of enjoy the nice chilly weather that we're having right now. I'm sweating like a dog, it's so hot. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. If you've been here or have any questions, let me know down below. If you know more about it, also tell me. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe and you get to see more stuff like this of what I show you here in Thailand and everywhere else I go. I'm not an expert, I just enjoy this kind of stuff. So I do tell you a little bit about what I know. I'm not always right, but I do my best. So hopefully you'll stick around, and until next time from over here in Ayutthaya, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.